All right, all right, all right. Welcome. Sorry for clearing my throat in you guys' ears. But before I get started, can you please give me a virtual thumbs up to confirm that you can hear me? I made some quick adjustments on my microphone, so I want to make sure you guys are hearing me. So if you guys can confirm that, then we can get started. So quick virtual thumbs up. Okay, thank you. What's happening, Steeler Nation, man? Welcome to the latest episode of Terrible Towel Tuesday. I am your host, SimFBallCritic, and it looks like, for whatever reason, the microphone was turned down. You guys are probably hearing me a lot better now. I don't know what. Boy, I tell you, this computer be tripping sometimes. Let me get it right. Get it tight. There we go. What's happening, man? What up, gangster? All right, what's up, Verducci? Some of you guys may have noticed that I do not have Blog Talk Radio on, and that's because I'm not taking phone calls tonight because this one, I know, Sim, you say it every week, but no, I'm serious. I got three main topics I'm just going to talk about really quick and get you guys comments on it. And that's it. Then I'm getting out of here. Let me explain to you why. Very long day today. Didn't sleep that great last night. Had to commute to DC today. Back home. Super tired. And also, with all of that said, it's a happy occasion for myself and my wife. Tomorrow we have our final walkthrough on our new home. We do that, and then Friday we settle, close, and begin the process of moving in. We're going to move stuff in on Friday. And I'm sure we'll be doing stuff the entire weekend. So I got a lot going on. But outside of just being tired, man, and I see Mr. Winningham in here. He's a guy who likes to call all the time. Hello, sir. Just can't get to the phone calls tonight, man, because I'm literally in and out tonight. Like, seriously this time. Yeah, you guys can probably see it in my eyes. I am drained. Literally drained, man. But hey, three quick topics I wanted to hit with you guys tonight. So let's just say hello to the early commenters and then we out of here. Jersey boy in the building, 412, born and raised in the building, still a Lee. Hello, Miss Lanisha in the building, like always. One of our lovely ladies of the chat. Make sure y'all say hello to Lanisha. Please do that. Mark Malone. What's going on, Mark? Jared Devil, my man, Wide Diggy, Stealer Cards. Joshua Shields, Marcus Jones. Who else we got up in here? Verducci Man in the building. Jay Underrated, The Real Deal, Mr. Winningham. How you doing tonight, sir? Aaron. Oh man, Aaron, I appreciate that, man. You say I'm a class act. Listen, I appreciate that. I try to be, man. I try to just be genuine, and I don't only have to try because it's just who I am. So if you take it as such, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Aquatic Life. Here we go. What's going on? I don't know if I've seen that name before, so welcome. Wave Dave. Who else? KJ Beats. What's going on, KJ Beats? Derek Moore. And we'll end it right there because, like I said, I'm going to stick to my word tonight, and I'm going to dive right in and dive right out. And again, at the end of the show, I will explain to you guys, why the show is going to be short tonight, no phone calls. Because at the top of the show, I said that, and some people are going to trickle in, so I will explain again in a moment. But again, no phone calls tonight. I'm just going to hit these topics, and hit these topics and I'm out of here. So let me grab the first one. I'm really going to talk about is what I have in the title. We're going to talk about should the Steelers trade for Devin White. That's going to be my main topic. I'll give you my opinion on it. And then as I'm talking about the topics, I want to see you guys' comments. He said, did you say KJ? Yeah, man. See, I told you. Tired. KG. You see, that's living proof. My bad, KG. I said KJ Beats. My bad, KG. KG Beats in the building. But yeah, obviously y'all can tell your boy's on fumes. Let me get to the topics really quick. Really just going to talk about Odell Beckham, man. And sorry about y'all hearing that audio. I was playing my phone there. Odell Beckham signing with the Ravens. We'll talk about the Steelers signing the defensive lineman today. that I don't know much about. Maybe some of you guys do. And then we'll talk about the Devin White situation. And I really just, want to come here and speak with you guys and hear you guys' comments tonight. Y'all know I try to give you something each and every week, even if I'm pushing it. So wasn't going to sell you short. I thought that was relative enough news for us to talk about. Let me make sure there's not anything else pressing. Y'all know I like to do everything in real time, so I'm going to check right now. Let me make sure there's not anything else pressing other than those three that we should hit on. A whole lot of mock draft stuff I'm seeing. I don't even think I could spell the kid's name right. His name is Amon. I spelled it Amon, A-M-O-N, so I will correct that in the description. But let's start with that. So the Pittsburgh Steelers signed defensive lineman Amon Watts. Watts with an S. So we have a Watt and a Watts. What the Watts is going on? So Steelers signed a defensive lineman. Again, I don't know much about him. Thankful for people like Steelers Depot, man. They had a quick little piece on him already saying that he brings athleticism as a pass rusher, as a defensive lineman. It looks like that he may have played, from what I'm seeing, it looks like he played with the Bears and the Vikings, I'm thinking, looks like, because that looks like a Vikings uniform in the picture, but also I do recall seeing him with the Bears. From what I'm seeing, he's 26 years of age, so that's good. I'll take that. That's relatively young. Hold on really quick. Let me stop, drop, and roll real quick and say shout outs to Kev So Fun. Round of applause. Round of applause to Kev So Fun. I really, really appreciate the donation, man. You guys know I always love when you guys give a donation, man, because I know you don't have to do it. So I try to show my appreciation. I can't talk tonight. My appreciation the best way I can. Kev says, Sim, you heard that we are trying to trade up to get the Bears pick. Who would you pick if you were in that spot? Whoa. I did see quite the rumor. I would say quite the rumor, because I don't know if we're trying to go that far. Somebody refresh my memory. Where is the Bears picking? Where the Bears picking? Are they picking at the Bears at like 7 or 8 or something, right? Let me see if somebody in the chat got it. 9th, okay. Thanks, Y Diggy. Thanks, Kenyon. All right, let's ponder on this for a moment. Picking 9th. We got another donation. Appreciate that, Luis D, man. Round of applause to you. I'm going to read your comment. I'm definitely going to come back to what my man Kev So Fun said, because now I just introduced another quick topic. Round of applause, man, to Luis D. I appreciate the donation. Oh, man. I appreciate that. Luis D, he says, congrats on the new home. My wife and I are also in the process of getting a home soon. Congrats to you. And, man, hopefully that process goes as painless as possible. As painless as possible, because it could be painful. Our process hasn't been too crazy, but just the back and forth with the settlement company and lender is just... And the crazy thing is all of our stuff is together. We have nothing wrong. It's just all of this weird nickel and diamond and oh my God. But anyway, he also says on Devin White, great player, but he says, I say no, mainly he's going to command a big contract in the Steelers. The Steelers have other players. Yes, I fully agree with that. And I'm going to reserve my opinion on that until I get to that last topic. But I will explain what I mean. But thank you for the donation. Let's get back to the 9th pick of the Chicago Bears. Now, just to do something a little fun, I'm gonna pull up the draft. Let me pull up the draft order really quick. Just to have a little fun here. Let's see. Let's go to NFL.com and then I will put it on the screen. Let's see. Do they already have? Yeah, they already have the draft. Sure, they got a couple mocks or something in here. See what they got. Hold on, guys. Let me get it up on screen. Where's the latest mocks? I'll just grab Zerline's mock. Can y'all hear how I'm talking tonight, man? I'm all over the place, guys, because again, your boy's tired. Hold on. Y'all gonna see me do this in real time, so I'm gonna add a web browser here and throw that on the screen for y'all. Give me 2 seconds. Boom, there it is. Let me condense this a little bit, just enough for you guys to kind of see it and see me at the same time. Y'all really don't need to see me, but you know, y'all might want to see my reaction or whatever. All right, so let's take a look at this. So I'm gonna stay leaned over here, so y'all. Well, actually, hold on. I can just put it up here. All right. So let me get to the window. So you have the Carolina Panthers, and I'm really just looking at players, not really where they're being picked, but let's just hypothetically say, okay, this is how it's gonna fall. You got guys like Bryce Young, Tyree Wilson, who was an edge rusher, Will Anderson. We all know him. You got guys like C.J. Stroud. Looks like they have Baltimore moving up. Jalen Carter, we all know him. Devon Witherspoon, we all know him. Will Levis, we all know him. Christian Gonzalez at 8. Chicago is picking Lucas Van Ness. We all know him. I'm just going to read about 15 of these players' names. And by doing that, probably these 15 guys that I'm talking about, they're going to be available at 9. All right, so just keep that in mind. So really, let's not even worry about the pick. Let's just worry about the names. Bryce Young, Tyree Wilson, Will Anderson Jr., C.J. Stroud, Jalen Carter, Devon Witherspoon, Will Levis, Christian Gonzalez, Lucas Van Ness, Peter Skoronski, Jackson Smith Nigba. Do they pronounce it Nigba or Jigba? I can't never remember. I know him, but I just don't remember how they pronounce it. You know, the kid from Ohio State. Darnell Wright, Broderick Jones, Anthony Richardson, and Dalton Kincaid. That's my guy. Tight end out of Utah. Now, I'm going to also go down here and read where they have number 16, which is Paris Johnson Jr. And then they got us picking Deontay Banks. Well, let's just stick with those names. So out of those names, you have, let's say, to 16. Paris Johnson, Broderick Jones, Darnell Wright, Peter Skoronski. Those of your offensive linemen. Is it possible that one of those guys are available at 9? And that's how I'm basing my decision here. So would I take any of those guys at 9 if they're available? Talking about the offensive linemen. Maybe. But I just wanted to throw that out there for you guys to ponder on it. Who I would take at 9, in my opinion, y'all already know where I'm going, right? In this mock, he went number 8. And there he is. Christian Gonzalez. I'm telling you right now, if I were the Steelers, let's just assume, I'm not saying they're going to do this. Let's just say the rumor is true. If they move up to the 9th spot, me personally, I'm going with Christian Gonzalez. I have seen enough. I'm just going to say that. I have seen enough. I do not think maybe one of those top tackles might be gone. Maybe top 2 could be gone before 9. Maybe. I don't know. See, it gets tricky if we move up. Because the question is, if they move up, right? Here are the 2 questions that I have. What are they giving up? What are they giving up if they move up? Are they giving away the 32nd pick or 49? And that's what's going to make me, that's going to make me kind of be on the fence a little bit about that. Because if one of those tackles are there, right? If, say, one of the top premier tackles are there at 9 and you move up, maybe that's who you're going to get, and you feel like you can come back and get a corner later in the draft, a Banks, a Brents, some of these guys some of these dudes that might not necessarily be first round, corners, maybe that would be your position. I'm not saying that's what I would do. I'm just trying to think like the Steelers. Where is the pick of need now? As far as who do you feel like you have to get in the first? You feel like you need to get a tackle or a solidified cornerback? And I feel like Christian Gonzalez, it's hard for me to pass on him. But again, we're talking about them moving up, right? So that's where it gets tricky, Cab So Fun. We're talking about them moving up. So I guess your real question is, who would I take if I were to move up? As bad as I want Christian Gonzalez, let's say the scenario played out like this. I'm able to move up and give away the 49th pick. I know that's impossible, but let's play with me for a moment, right? Let's say I move up to 9, Bears take 17, and they take 49. So I essentially get number 9, and I keep 32. In that scenario, I think I'm probably going to go and get one of the top tackles if they're there. Because remember, if I'm moving up, I already know who's picked at 8. You understand what I'm saying? I already know pretty much. I'm going to wait before I pull the trigger. I have the deal in place. I'm telling the team, look, we're going to wait until pick 7, 8 before we make the deal official. So in that scenario, maybe I take one of the top tackles if they're there, and I feel like I can come back and get a corner at 32. As bad as I want Christian Gonzalez, I'm trying to just think practical. I don't know if I move up to get Gonzalez. Because you got other guys there, man. You got Peasy Jr. You got Witherspoon. You got other people there that could potentially fall to you at 17. You have other cornerbacks that you could potentially get with the 32nd pick. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know if I would. It's almost like I'm contradicting what I said 5 minutes ago. In theory, would I want Christian Gonzalez? Yes. As a GM, if I could get one of the top tackles at 9, if I moved up and then come back and get a corner still keeping my 32nd pick, that's probably what I would do. Just what I probably would do. So there you have it. That was long-winded, but that was a good exercise right there. Round of applause to Steeler Lee. Appreciate the donation. Steeler Lee says, I say stay at 17 and take Peasy Jr. if available. Yeah. But I'm with you, KG Beats. Listen, I don't think I don't know if there's a wrong answer in that scenario. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, you got options. The question is, again, if this is a real rumor, and let's say it really happened, who's on the board at 9? So my question would then be looking at who went 1 through 8, and then saying, oh, I think they're going up to get so-and-so and so-and-so. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for me to really identify who I would take, not knowing, why did I move to 9? Like, think about when we moved up to get Bush. We stayed put until we could jump ahead of Denver. We stayed put and jumped to 10, and it's because of how the board fell. It's going to be the same scenario. If the Steelers are working to move up, that is going to be the scenario. It's going to depend on who's there. And the question would be, are the Steelers more bullish on offensive tackle or a guy like Christian Gonzalez? And there you have it. But all right, man, let's get to the other couple topics I had here. And then I'm going to get out of here, guys. What else did I have here? Oh, let's talk about Amon Watts. I don't know much about him. Hopefully you guys can fill me in. It is good to see that the Steelers are continuing to try to add to that defensive line. They're saying that this kid brings some pass rush. They said last season he had 5 sacks. I honestly don't even know if I don't know if he's interior or like DN. I would assume it's interior because they list him as D lineman. So I guess the better question is I don't know if he's like a sub package tackle or if he's a nose tackle. I'm not 100% sure. Really not too familiar with him. But again, he's going to be a guy for depth. Makes you wonder what some of the other guys that we thought would be depth pieces, what's going to happen to them, what's going to happen to a guy like Wormley that's fighting an injury, what's going to happen with some of these other guys. Obviously Leal is going to have a spot. I would think a guy like, what's my big boy name, man? The young Cam Hayward, as far as, what's the kid's name? I can't remember his name now. From Wisconsin. Why can't I remember this dude's name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Somebody gonna say it in the chat. Whoa, MT Mooch. Okay, that's right, MT Mooch. You the one that be throwing some outlandish stuff out there. Loudermilk. Thank you, Wave Dave. It's just opinion, but he said, look, trade Watt or Hayward, period. Okay. All right. I'm not looking at his entire presentation here, but I'm wondering, are you saying that in the scenario that I just talked about, or are you just talking in general to get more picks? But I'm definitely not trading. Listen, I'm gonna be honest, just give me my opinion. I'm not trading either one of those dudes. It just period. Cam Hayward is the heart and soul of that defense. He is. Now if you wanted to trade him because he's older, fine. But again, think about the Steeler way. Cam Hayward is the type of guy that's more than likely going to retire a Steeler. He is the guy. TJ Watt is the dog on the team in terms of super ridiculous high motor, sack king, whatever you want to call him. He struggles with injury sometimes. We know that. That's real. And then a guy like Minkah Fitzpatrick is the dog on the back end. Definitely also another heart and soul of the defense. I think Minkah has very quickly become that. He's a staple right now for our defense. But Cam Hayward is that's your guy, that's your vet, that's the heart and soul. He bleeds black and gold. This dude never quits. You're not trading a guy like that. You're gonna allow Cam Hayward to retire a Steeler. And that's just my opinion. So, you definitely entitled to yours, MT. But nah, I'm not trading either one of those guys. Nah, I'm just not. Just my opinion. But I appreciate yours though. Definitely do. Again, Amon Watts. Hopefully he brings something to the table as a depth piece. One thing to keep an eye on, if the Steelers continuing to add depth on the defensive line, does that take them out of the conversation for a D lineman drafted early? We shall see. What happens if a guy like Jalen Carter falls because of a little bit of off-field, transgressions, if you will? Who knows? But yeah, just my opinion. What's up, MT Mooch? Appreciate the donation, man. Round of applause. Okay. Now I will say this. Even though I don't agree with MT Mooch's assessment as far as wanting to trade one of those guys, I will say this. I like his proposal. See, it's not about agreeing all the time. It's not about you being right, I being right, she being right, they being right. It's never about that. I think we all should be able to come here and have a collective conversation. And I like what he did here. I don't agree with his trade, but at least he has a proposal. You understand what I'm saying? He's just not a guy just saying, oh, get rid of this guy because he sucks. No, he's actually saying, nah, man, if I did it, I would trade for Patrick Surtain and a pick. I'm not mad at that proposal. I wouldn't do that, but at least he's trying to backfill. So I get it, So definitely appreciate your assessment there. Let's see the next topic. Let's talk really quick about Odell Beckham Jr. I'm gonna be very brief with this. Really want to hear you guys' thoughts on it. This guy signs with the Ravens. I have nothing but nothing nasty to say about Odell Beckham Jr. I think, before he got injured with the Rams, he was showing that he still had a little pop, a little something with him, kind of helped him get there, so to speak. He did. Missed the entire 2022 with ACL and I think another, was it both legs? I know he had an ACL in one, but he had something going on in the other leg too. He's 30 years old now. I don't know. He might still have something, but what I can't understand for the life of me is why in the world, why in the entire world would you pay $18 million for one season? I don't understand what the Ravens are doing here. I don't know if this is a way to entice Lamar or put the middle finger up at Lamar. Be honest with you, I don't know which way to take that. If I'm Lamar, I might look at that as, okay, you're trying to get me some help, but that's a 1-year contract. So like, okay, and 18 million, like let's face it, that puts his APY at 18 million. I don't get it. I don't get it. Now, congrats to Odell. Go get your money. I just don't understand the Ravens doing that. The Ravens is not even a passing team. Meaning, how many targets do you expect Odell to get? I'm just saying. Again, I don't know what this says. I don't know if this says that we can move on without you, Lamar. I don't know. I don't know. Does this mean we'd rather give some money here instead of paying what you want guaranteed? I don't know how to read this one. What y'all think, man? All the Ravens want is for him to show his best foot this year. Okay, but is that worth $18 million? And let's give an early birthday shout out to my man Kenyon, man. Y'all know his birthday is the 13th. If I got that correct, right, Kenyon? And I know usually we're on. Sometimes it falls to where we're on and we do a show that same week. His birthday is the 13th. I'm the 15th. You know, Aries is in the building. A niece of mine, her birthday tomorrow is the 12th. So everybody give Kenyon a happy early birthday, man, since, you know, you guys won't hear from us, either one of us, until our birthdays have passed. So shout outs to my Aries brethren. Brethren, if you will. What else y'all got, man? Glad Odell not in the NFC East anymore. Good riddance, okay. Lamar asked for him. Yeah, I did hear that. I did hear that Lamar asked for him, but again, I just, the money, I don't get it. Steeler card says Ravens overpaid for him. Yeah. And then the thing is, if Lamar asked for him, right, and if they're trying to help out Lamar, then why won't they? Listen, I don't know the situation with Lamar. I don't know exactly what he's asking for as far as guaranteed. I won't sit there and act like I can speak for that organization, but I'm just surprised they paid that type of money, man. I'm really surprised at that. $18 million. Just think about that for a minute. Think about all of the receivers in the league right now that don't make $18 million a year. Kenyon, you already know. Yep. That's right, man. He's the 13th. I'm the 15th. So me and Kenyon are connected in more ways than y'all know. Yeah, I don't know what the Ravens are doing, man. Listen, let them do what they do. Let them do what they do. Somebody said, look at what we paid. Mark says Clank Johnson. But listen, at this stage right now, I mean, Deontay Johnson, I'm going to say it, is a better overall receiver than Odell Beckham today. He's got to catch the ball a little more. But even with that said, look at the amount of years that we signed him for. We didn't give him $18 million for one season. I just don't understand the one season. $18 million. So I can understand the comparison and people not wanting to pay Deontay. I get it, but still, it's still a better contract situation than what the Ravens are giving Odell for one season. That's just crazy to me. Craziness. But all right, man, last topic of the night, guys, and we're going to get out of here on this one. Definitely want to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments. So I'm going to ask the question first, and then I will share my thoughts. So breaking news comes out today. They say Devin White is looking to be traded. Devin White is looking to get away from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. For whatever reason, who knows? Some people would say, oh, he's trying to chase a ring. Okay, well, maybe. But remember, he already has one. He has a title. He got that early with Brady. Maybe the maybe the Buccaneers have already explained that they weren't going to pay him. Or maybe they've had some contract negotiations before him playing on the 5th-year option. Who knows? But for whatever reason, it's coming out that this guy wants out of Tampa Bay. And of course, in typical Steeler Nation fashion, all the questions start rolling right away. Man, the Steelers should go get him. Oh, the Steelers would be dumb if they don't do it. Oh, man, this is a chance to get a top-notch, inside linebacker, and yada, yada, yada. Look at how good he plays, and blah, blah, blah. Get all of that. The question is, would you trade for him? Here's my answer, and then I want to see what you guys have to say. No. No. Why do I say no? Well, because I'm thinking like a businessman. Let me remind you guys that Devin White is the other Devin, meaning he was drafted the same year another Devin that we know was drafted, Devin Bush. We didn't give Devin Bush what? Why is Devin Bush a free agent? And why did he sign with Seattle this year? Because he had finished playing his rookie contract of 4 years, right? 4. In order for Devin White to be traded, that would mean he's playing on his 5th year option. What do we know about a 5th-year option? Well, for one, it's a 1-year contract. For 2, it's guaranteed money. And for 3, in case you guys don't know this, it's said to be an $11 million price tag for this 5th-year option. Guaranteed money. For that reason alone, for those 2 reasons, 1 year, $11 million is the reason why I am not trading. Because the question is, because I talked to my, shout outs to father-in-law Leonard. He asked me the question earlier today, a little while ago when we were eating dinner. Hey, would you trade a 1st-round pick for him? I said, nah, not a 1st-round pick. And then I proceeded to explain why. No way I'm giving a 1st-round pick for a 1-year deal that's guaranteed. Only 1 year, because you don't know what he's going to do beyond the season. 1 year, $11 million. I'm not giving up a 1st-round pick for that as a GM because, again, a 1st-round pick is very valuable for many reasons. For one, being able to do a 5th-year option on a guy. So you can get a guy on a fairly decent contract for 4 years and then get him on a 5th-year option, get 5 years out of him. That is very useful in certain positions. That's why 1st-round picks are very valuable. Would not do that. Me personally, I absolutely would not do that. I'm not trading a 1 for a 1-year deal being paid 1 and 1, $11 million together. No way. Not doing it. What do you guys think? Let me hear you guys' thoughts, man. And then after that, we can get up out of here. Would y'all trade for Devin White at this stage, and why? I want to hear your why if you're on board with that. Mark Malone says, man, if we could trade Clank for White, I'll do it. Nope. Wouldn't do that either, Mark. Because again, we got to eat that contract. So even though if we trade Deontay Johnson, okay, his contract goes with him too, but I don't want to absorb a $11 million contract on Devin White. I just don't want to do it. KG says, yep, I think we really wanted Devin White, but it was too late. Yep, I agree with that. I definitely think that Devin White might have been the guy over Devin Bush at that time. C. Antoine Hill says, it was a tough one. Had to bury. Oh, whoa. Okay. Man. Sorry about that, C. Antoine Hill, man. I hope you guys saw his comment there, man. He said he had to bury his uncle that day. I don't know what day he's talking about, but whatever day it was, Antoine, hey, man, sorry for your loss. Condolences. Hopefully you and your family, are doing well. So I shadow you guys with prayers. So I'm definitely sorry to hear about any type of loss of life, man, especially when it's, close family one. So definitely sorry to hear that, brother. What else y'all got? Joshua Shields says, it depends on the price, but no to Devin White. Yep, I'm with you. Steeler Card says, I would not trade for Devin White. Too much money, and I think he's overrated. Okay. I don't know if I would say, just me personally, I don't know if I've seen enough in his entire Buccaneer career to say overrated, but overrated for that $11 million for 1 year. I could say that. What else y'all got? Antoine says, we don't need White. Okay. What else? Anybody else got any comments on Devin White? Kenyon says too much money. Absolutely, man. I mean, I already know what Kenyon was going to say. MT Mooch says, Devin White reminds me of Shazier. He would make the defense faster. He would. But you know what else he would do? He would make us lose money faster. It's just too much. Terry Carter says, $11 million 1 year, huge contract negotiations next year. Yeah. And see, that's the problem. See, now, what I was telling father-in-law Leonard, if they somehow did like a little wink type of situation, like, look, we're going to trade for you, but then, we're going to restructure this contract and extend you right away. Okay, I wouldn't be mad at that if the money worked. But the likelihood of that happening for a traded player, it doesn't always happen. It happens sometimes. But, in that case, you got to have two. It takes two to tango. But like I said, if you can hit the wink, we're going to restructure this thing. We're going to write this trade clause to say, look, we're going to trade with the notion of restructuring, And if they agree to that, okay, cool. I'll take him, if the money is right. Because listen, that inside linebacker right now, definitely like Holcomb, but I feel like we need a pair, right? We don't necessarily know what Mark Robinson is going to do. We don't know if Elandon Roberts still has, left as far as beside Cole Holcomb or anyone else, that we decide to put at that spot. So we still need a bona fide two. So I wouldn't be opposed to that if the money was right. I just don't think it's happening. Oh, man. C. Antoine Hill, man. Round of applause, man. And I'm much love in this applause. Thank you for the donation. Wow. Yeah, I ain't got no words for that one, brother. That sucks, man, that it was on your birthday, but yeah. I can't even attempt it. I don't even have the words to say, man. Condolences. I'll just continue to say that, man. That's I know that had to be tough, man, but happy belated birthday. And yeah, I obviously I don't know your family nor your uncle, but I would only assume that he wouldn't want you to remember your birthday as the day that you lost him, right? So I would say, I'm sure you will just keep him in your heart, and yeah, man, if there's any silver lining, that's a day that you can always remember. Being more than just your birthday, you can turn it into a positive and say, this is the day that I'm always going to honor and remember my uncle. Just try to take the negative and the hurt away from it, and don't let it bog you down every year. But man, yeah, that's tough, man. Definitely sorry to hear that. What else, man? Somebody says Highsmith is in the line for a contract, not Devin. Absolutely, Terry. I'm with you. That's all I got, man. I told y'all, man. I've already gone longer than I thought. 40 minutes. Boy, I am running on fumes. But like I said, man, didn't take phone calls tonight because I wanted this to be a quick in and out. I had a super long day. For everybody, I'm sure, who's here tonight, as far as the most amount of people that would have viewed. So I'll repeat what I said earlier in the show. We're finally at the finish line, man. You know, you guys know it's been quite the journey with my wife and I. We're getting a new home. You know, you guys would remember that we had our eyes on a home that was previously built, and things just fell through at the end, you know, for no fault of our own. Just some unfortunate stuff happened with the seller. We had to back out of that home, and y'all, you know, heard me say, look, man, we've seen so many houses and lost so many offers. We decided to go new build. The home, they broke ground a week after Christmas, and here we are tomorrow doing our final walkthrough, and Friday we sign on the dotted line and pick up the keys, man. So got a lot going on this week. So tomorrow we get to see it. We've seen it, but you know, we get to see it for a final, and then on Friday we end that thing. So I say all that to say the next time y'all see me, more than likely I will be in my new environment, and the show might look a little different as well. We'll see. I got some other things to tend to, but the show might look a little different then, because I plan to bring a newer presentation to you guys. But yeah, man, finally there. And thank you to all of you guys, man. All of the congratulations. I really appreciate that, man, because y'all have rocked with me all this time. Y'all asking about how things was going. I really appreciate that. And I don't know, you know, maybe I might, you know, post something like, you know, maybe a little quick walkthrough. Maybe I will do it as a, I was thinking about maybe doing it as like a member only content, you know, to give you just a little peek, you know, I try to give y'all something, man, outside of just this, because you're paying your monthly service to be a member of the channel. And I know the content is slow when we don't have the season where I can show you all 22, but I'm going to do something. Because I know some of you guys have been asking, so I'm sure you probably just want to see something. So we'll see. We'll figure out how I want to do that. But again, thank you guys for the congratulations, man. Oh yeah, Rajan, absolutely. Yes, basement and all of that is in full effect. So the still basement will be popping. All right, man. If y'all haven't already, I'm going to remind you, boom, 3 things. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, click on the notifications. That's all I ask. It is free for you to do that. Please. But outside of that, man, I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of the week. If you've been working hard like I have, get some rest. Let's not let these, these jobs and commutes or whatever we deal with on a daily. I don't do it daily, but y'all know what I'm saying. Don't let it kill you. Get your proper rest, man. I know that's very important. Oh, and something else I forgot to tell y'all a few weeks ago, which I do every year for all my fellas. Get them annual checkups in, man. You know, I just had mine a few weeks ago. Y'all know I remind y'all every single year, especially as men. I'll take it a step further. As African-American men, a lot of times we act like we don't have to go to the doctor. Get that notion out of your head, man. Go get them annual checkups. Make sure yourself is where it needs to be, health-wise, which includes sleep, which I need to do better with. So get your rest. Stay healthy. God bless. Good night. And like always, thank you guys for tuning in to Terrible Towel Tuesday. Catch you guys next time. Peace.